entire time. And then in my junior year of high school, when it was taking me 9 minutes per page to read, and I had a dictionary for every word, I needed to look it up, highlight it. And one of the moves when I was in the military, they lost my dictionary. I wish I still had it, so we could probably be falling apart anyway. But I struggled with reading the entire time from a comprehension perspective. Did I know the words? Yes. When it got to standardized tests, time to read those inconsequential doggone paragraphs. I'm trying to look for context clues. Didn't work. Got a 17 on my ACT, and that was that. Okay. So my point is, you do need to learn how to read, and I didn't know that. So I'm teaching myself how to do this thing. I did know that I had a reading disability inherited from my mother, which is part of the reason why my spelling has improved, but it's still a growth opportunity for me to this day. And so no one said that. So my aunt is reading science fiction, she loves Stephen King's, these thick ass books. My Uncle Jerry could read law books. My sister's reading, she's an English major, so she's reading Chaucer and Shakespeare and all of that. And I'm over here trying to muddle through. And so I literally was like, well, dang, I can't read, and didn't know that I needed to learn how to read. And now that I do know how to read, I'm in my 11th book challenge this year. So I have been reading on YouTube a book a week for now in my 11th year, record the book review and put it on my YouTube channel. And there were books in 101 when I first started. How to Be a Billionaire. That doggone book had font 10. It took me 3 weeks to read that book, but I kept reading other books along the way. The Art of War, by far the hardest book I ever had to read. My initial copy had the explanation text in the back, and I picked it up in 2009 and didn't pick it back up again until 2015. So 6 years. I was like, colleague recommended it. I was like, bullshit, I can't read. What the hell? I am a military strategist, and I don't know what Sun Tzu is talking about. And now I read the original text translated into English every year, and I quote it. Y'all know I'm quoting it at least once a week. The Art of War says, the Art of War attacked by fire, and all of that. So I'm saying I struggled and wanted to read. And I did read the Judy Blume books, but in my level of what I was doing, my comprehension was low. Now, several years ago, I would say about 10 years ago, the average reading comprehension level with someone with a bachelor's degree was 9th grade reading comprehension. And because of technology, and you can search everything, it is now down to 6th grade. Comprehension is at 6th grade, because if you don't understand something, you just ask Alexa or Siri, you Google it, you watch a video, but you're not reading. And this is 3 areas of the brain that are not being leveraged when you don't read. And you can't improve, as Linda said, knowledge is power, and I added to that, the application of knowledge is power. Where your power coming from? What you plugging into? What are you plugging in to get information? And people tell me, I do audiobooks and I listen to NPR. That ain't got shit to do with reading words. That has nothing. Go ahead and tell your kindergartner to look at doggone. We're just going to listen to some NPR. Fuck that spelling test. We're not going to do that. We're going to listen to how the word is spelled. Okay, but you got to write down how the word is spelled. How you going to do that? Or type in with these damn iPads now. Type it in. So that is why people are stupider. I said it. These kids are so smart with these technologies. Okay, give them a copy of Green Eggs and Ham and let's see where we at. Sam, I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Where you at? Okay? Where you at? Where you at with that? Give them a copy of Who Moved My Cheese and see how far they get. And that's one of the simplest books that you can read. That is one of the simplest books that you can read. So we might be able to use technology better, but people can't even communicate. My daughter and I noticed that, and I have no problem with technology, but the human interaction, it's like, oh, well, I'll just send them a text. And now it's like, but you still gonna have to interact with people at some point. You can put AI, you can put robots, but at some point you're gonna have to interact with another damn human being. And if you can't read, then you can't communicate, and now you can't understand what's actually taking place. There has never been a change in human behavior in the thousands, and some would argue billions of years that we are on the face of the planet Earth. People still go to divorce court. Why? Number one reason next to infidelity is irreconcilable differences, which means there was a breakdown in communication because y'all ain't reading. Now, what do we have? MJ, I like to read history. I feel like it's extremely valuable because I can learn something new. And Linda, even in higher learning, reading is a major factor to retention and overall success. And that is correct because Linda works at a college, so she's definitely speaking from